what I would expect. I think they can put it that way. And this you get a fast level 6 on Nyx before Nyx is 6. That's really like the timing that Nigma is probably going to like explore and abuse the most. The Nyx assassin not being ready to really contribute.
I've always wanted to be a giant space.
Yeah, and we will be able to get ourselves right into it. So we'll see just how it is going to play out here from both sides. And looking at it, I think I can't go against my analyst, and I can't go against Twitch chat. I think I'm going to be back in NGX here as well. And as we get ourselves into the game, no early aggression out. Looking at the wards on the map, there is going to be the Radiant mid lane ward going down. No early aggression from either side. No one looking for that first blood. So we'll see if there's going to be anything coming through on these runes.
Both teams are pretty bad at fighting level 1, so I would be surprised if something happens. Maybe if someone misplays, just tries too hard to get a rune. But yeah, looks like Beastcoast doesn't take the bait here.
No, and in terms of, Bounty runes, it looks like it is going to be a 2 for 2. Well, depending if they get this one over in the dire part. In fact, MC's going to be taking a lot of damage here. Can he get himself away from this one? The glimpse comes back, and it looks again. Ew, he was close. But again, close. But no cigar there for that first blood.
That's big, though, because if he has to walk base to then TP, which he will have to do, it's pretty much one wave that he's going to lose.
And win probability only just in favor of Beastcoast coming into this one. It's a lot of time that he's going to be wasting going back to base as well to heal up, using that regen like you say, and just staying out of this lane. So it's going to be a good start for the Sven in the lane.
Yeah, this hero doesn't even care when he has a bad laning stage, but if he has a good one, can definitely accelerate, get out of control. And that's the hero that needs to shine on the side of Beastcoast. If he is one item ahead, or even the same net worth as Naga, like Naga can't really. There's no item that the Naga can build that really handles a Sven that has BKB and is ready to fight.
Yeah, and we'll see Sacred on the lane. We've got Schofield with a pull through here to the back of the creep wave. So Sacred going to be able to take this aggro, pull it through into the next wave. Meanwhile, Yuma even going to be able to get into the neutrals here with this mirror image. A lot of damage coming through onto Schofield. And I don't even think, no Ench, not even skilled anything up just yet. So no impetus shots coming through onto Schofield. Just taking pure right-click damage.
Yeah, that's a really good pick here. Also comfort for Kuro for sure. But, one of the reasons, I guess you were talking about why is Nyx not picked. Well, Ench is very, very popular, and you just watch Enchantress boop you to death as a Nyx assassin. Almost no recourse against that.
So do you think, is Kuroky just saving points to level 2 here? Gets maybe 1 into Impetus, and then 1 into the... Do you want to look for the enchant or the heal here in this build?
You want to wait out, like, if Schofield doesn't block this camp, maybe you can get a really good creep, and then you learn your W. If not, you do something else. So it's just keeping the options open. It's not like they really want to fight, because you have a Naga as a carry. You just want to make sure that you open up space for the Naga to farm, which right now, Yuma, not really getting that because of Sacred.
Yeah, not really having a good time. The spear pinning him to the tree, just messing up some of his lasts here. And Yuma, you can see on the board, I mean, the Mars and the Pango doing quite well. And Nagasar not doing awful here. The Fatal Bonds comes out already here. MC, he's going to try and get the chase down onto Stinger. Stinger's taking a lot of damage. Glimpse comes out. Do they have the damage to get the kill here onto the Warlock? One more right click. It might be enough. And GH is going to get the first blood. But Parker trying to get the chase down onto him now. And it looks like the Doom might just be able to get the walk away. Changes targets onto GH now as well. Trying to throw out this harass, but shouldn't be able to get a kill from this. Just a whole lot of harass on the two heroes in the lane. Meanwhile, Schofield will go down.
That's the nerf to Sven's stun. That's 3 seconds. I think he would have enough for the stun and the right clicks to kill the Doom. But those nerfs making it a bit hard for them to get the kill. And now Sacred just being zoned by the illusions there. In terms of farm though, we kind of expected JimPark to be doing really good in this lane. But even with MC losing a full wave, he's just tied in CS with him. That's quite crazy.
Yeah, I suppose the benefit is the catch-up mechanic on the Sven, because you get a couple of points into the cleave, you are going to be able to, as long as you have some wards down, some protection, you'll be able to farm some stacks. And this time, though, the glimpse comes out. Do they have enough damage to get onto Parker? Parker's trying to run himself away from this one, but he just has to go back towards that tier 1 tower. And again, just being forced back here. So Spence today really not having a good time in these games so far.
Yeah, he does have a couple of pull tangles here from Stinger, but overall, not really able to withstand the harass damage that comes from Disruptor. It is quite the annoying hero. You have so much single target damage with the with that glimpse. It's kind of tough.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. They might
Oh,
be able
and
to do
Cito.
something. OP is going to come out as well, and Mind Control, can he get himself away from this when the right clicks the glimpse? It's going to be there once again. Mind Control, though, trying to run himself out, was slowed. But, I mean, Parker's not that healthy either. The creeps are chasing him down. Mind Control trying to juke around, trying to break some ankles. Does he have enough damage to get the kill, though? Mind Control, one more right click. It might be, will be enough, and JimPark's going to be able to get the kill. Now, GH, does he get himself out? Stormhammer once again coming through. And it looks like they might have the rundown onto the Disruptor now as well. A couple more right clicks. JimPark, Fairy Fire is going to be used. You've got those fatal bonds going. GH, he's trying his best to run himself away from this one. No more mana. The Stormhammer was on cooldown. JimPark still picks up the kill.
Okay, that's a big one. Did take a while, which means he lost some lane creeps for that kill, but I think momentum-wise, this is gonna be good for him. It does mean that both are gonna come back full mana HP to harass him. And look at that Nyx, man. Level 2 at 5 minutes, being harassed by Naga illusions.
Yeah,
I'm not
one
sure
more.
about that.
Yuma, does he have the move speed over him? I think doesn't matter. He gets the kill, and now, I mean, Dogmag is already level 6, so he's going to have this Rolling Thunder to come in. Yuma just dodged it off. He's got those no ankles, but he is still going to be able to move himself out of the way. Mirror Image comes through. Can he get enough damage here with Sacred rotating in now as well? But the net trap comes out, and I think that was a neutral net trap.
I think, yeah, just just random. No, that's Ench.
No, oh, Ench,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
Ench's. Okay, yeah, okay.
Because
I
that
didn't see the
happens
little
sometimes.
time.
It's so annoying, like you're chasing someone, the Wild Wing just displaces you for no reason.
But yeah, so Kuro going for the 2 points there into the enchant and the 1 point into the impetus. So maybe not too worried about having to prioritize the heal in the lane.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing just fine. There's not enough harass coming from Schofield. He finally cracks level 3 here. They really need to stay in tune for the Wisdom Runes. I would love to see maybe the Warlock even trying to steal one, just so that you get that boost of experience. Like, it's not like GH has a lot of levels as well, but it's just that the nature of Nyx relies so much. Like with Disruptor, you're always going to have Glimpse, and that by itself is a lot of value. But not the same here for Nyx as they do go in Yuma. Nice rotation from the Warlock.
Yeah, great upheaval now as well with the Impaler. Do they have enough damage to get the kill onto Yuma underneath the tower, though? So they're going to be able to get the cleanup on Mikey with that rotation down. So he immediately gets a revenge onto Sacred, but Stinger was able to take down the Nyx Assassin first. Kroro, he is hunting, though. That Fog of War not going to be his friend. Can he catch up to Schofield? Schofield, he's limping his way back. In fact, he might be able to get himself the rune on the way back through. But Kuroky, if he does stop for it, yeah, okay. Does he want to turn himself right back into this one? He does. Does he have the damage to get the kill onto Schofield? Might just let Schofield go here. The Mars TPing towards this tier 2 tower. So Kuro, with no heals of his own, he has to just walk himself away and prance himself out of danger.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. The Nyx was a part of the Naga kill, as well as then picking up the Wisdom Runes. It's going to buy him a lot of time. Good rotation here with Dark Mago.
Yeah, coming in with
Nice
that Rolling
sidestep.
Thunder. Mind Control tried to get himself away, but Parker will still be able to pick up the kill there. And Mind Control, without his supports, in fact, there's going to be the rotation from Stinger as well. Can he go for even more onto this? Upheaval comes through, the Glimpse is out, and no more catch-up here on the Pangolier. But GH is slowed right down on the bottom lane, though. Sacred taking a lot of damage as the Mars might be able to get himself away, but Mikey wants to kill. Dark Mago gets a kill onto GH on the top lane. Sacred, can he get himself away from this one? Mikey, and one more right-click from anyone. Yuma, he gets himself some revenge. 3, 1, and 2 on the Naga Siren already.
All right, you know, that doesn't happen very often. Naga just getting so many kills in lane, but they have a pretty weak lane on the side of Beastcoast. It did get abused, rightfully so, and Kuroky might pay the price here as they do get a Doom.
It does come through now as well. Yeah, Kuroky trying to do his best. The upheaval is going to be used once again, slowing Kuroky down. And Kuroky might have wished he put a point there into the healing, but it doesn't come through. Mind Control gets the kill onto Dark Mago after the fact. Stinger trying to buy some time. JimPark comes through. There's going to be the Stormhammer coming out now as well. The Glimpse, is it going to be enough to keep Mind Control alive? Well, no. The rotation comes in from Schofield now as well. And even the Ancient's getting involved there, but Stinger will get the kill, and GH just has to turn and run.
This Warlock here is so dumb, man. Like, Stinger's level 6 at 8 minutes. What the hell am I watching here? He has 1,500 gold just because he pushes waves and kills everything on its on its path, and it looks like he's going for a pipe here. Okay, it's really good versus the Koro, and if you can get an earlier one, as a position 5, that's very rare, but Warlock definitely one of the heroes that sometimes they are able to pull it off.
Yeah, and you did say that not even low-key going to be one of the best supports, coming into this event, but is showing here already in the first 9 minutes of its debut, first game of the BETBOOM DATCHA, that it is looking incredibly impressive, this Warlock.
Yeah, this hero did. Wait, let me actually check if it got nerfed, because I think it might. It didn't get touched, man. Wait. No. Okay, yeah, they did nerf Fatal Bonds a little bit, but that's a quite a slight nerf. I think the real problem is the fact that, yeah, there you go. You do damage with that channeling ability. It's like you cannot blink out of it. Like you have to buy 4 staff as Mike.
Did they get the kill onto Mikey here? There is going to be the arena coming down now, and Mikey's going to be taken care of. It is a rotation coming through from pretty much everybody on the side of Beastcoast, but they're sick of the ones being ganked. They want to be the gankers now. And yeah, Stinger gets the kill onto GH as I say that. And with the golem, they might be able to put some pressure onto the tower here, JimPark, if he hangs around. But yeah, Beastcoast, they're looking for those rotations and they're looking for the kills.
I think Beastcoast, they were able to fix and deal with every problem that could go their way. This Nyx Assassin is level 6 already, so even though the first 4 or 5 minutes were awful for Beastcoast, they managed with some really good skirmishes to enable that Nyx Assassin. And now it's quite problematic here, because this Koro is going to struggle wherever he goes. A Nyx might be hovering, just lurking around him. And the Sven is having an amazing time against this Naga. So you have this core-to-core matchup that is disadvantageous for Nigma. You're already behind. I think Nigma, they really need the Doom and Disruptor to start getting some kills and rotations around the map. What is the build actually for the Doom? I'm not sure if he went for a Midas or he's going something else.
We'll take a look when we flick back to it. Speaking about builds, do you want to prioritize the shard on the Warlock, just with how useful the upheaval is, just adding that extra utility? Or is that one of those, if he gets it from the Tormentor, it's great, but he isn't going to be spending gold on it?
I think you get the pipe, and then there's probably oh my lord.
Schofield just disappears.
Yeah, the damage amp of the Koro is quite nice. They get a Static Storm as well, but yeah, good luck moving past Stinger.
And Disruptor, just, straight up queuing the Aghanim Scepter though. Whether he goes for items in between, but GH, he wants that extra control coming through on the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find the Sven at the beginning of the fight, Sven just looks tough because he has that BKB, but if he can't press BKB and ulti, Naga can definitely kill JimPark, and we'll see if he's going to be able to hit that timing. He's still pretty far away from it, but everyone can dream. Sven, though, is not dreaming. He's living the life. He already has his Echo. Probably going to get a Blink or a BKB after this. We'll see what timings they're going to hit.
Yeah, having a really good time on the Sven, even if he was kind of left alone in the lane.
Good rotation, by the way. Looking for Yuma here.
Did they actually find it? I mean,
I think he got spotted.
Yeah, I think he was just in there, so Yuma just immediately does the 180 and moonwalks away. But Schofield stacked him out, though. They might be able to get it with the rotation coming through from Schofield and Dark Mago.
But that roll, though.
Are they going to be able to connect onto this one? They've got the slowdown onto the Naga side, and once again, Sacred comes through. There is going to be the arena coming out now as well. You've got that chaotic offering. You've got the kill onto GH. Can you take down Yuma? He will eventually fall. In fact, Mikey, he might go down here as well. Big rotations from Beastcoast, trying to find these kills when the tier 1 tower has only just dropped. And Kuro, he's going to be speared down to the tier 2 tower. They get near enough everybody.
This is disheartening for Nigma. Everything that could go wrong for Beastcoast actually happened, and they still got all those kills. The roll was in the wrong angle, so it took him a long time to hit the roll. The Naga dodged the spear in the arena, and yet they still lost everyone. Doom never TP'd, so I'm assuming he's just not ready to fight right now. Beastcoast, they're just amping up the pace, which I really feel like it's the move to do here. You gotta make sure that you're fighting when Yuma is still kind of useless. It doesn't even have Manta. That Orchid's gonna come super late if things continue this way. Yeah, look at the replay here. The Rolling Thunder, he ended up going the wrong path. He doesn't follow the Naga, so it takes a long time for him to hit Yuma, and he gets a really good dodge there.
Yeah, I think Dark Mago just wanted that extra 18 gold from the illusion on to Yuma. That's why he went the long way around. But yeah, just being able to come through Mikey, like I say, it just feels like until the Doom feels all right, but until the Nagasara maybe gets something like the Heart on board, you know, NGX, like I said in the draft, they just feel incredibly squishy. And when Beast Coast are rotating like this, they're taking full advantage of these gankable heroes.
Oh man. So yeah, Stinger. He actually, yeah, he still has the pipe queued up, but did he stop for something else? I guess he has two headdress queued up. He already has one, man. You don't have to queue for another one.
He might just like headdresses. You don't know. You know, style options.
Oh,
Got-
JimPark. Oh, he actually
Ooh.
breaks the smoke as he was ulting to farm here.
Does he actually dive into this one? Yeah, he's going to be able to
Hello?
get himself over. Just deletes GH, and now the arena comes out as well. Mikey, he's going to be in trouble once again. That spear coming through is going to pin Kuro to the arena. And they get themselves 3 heroes out of an NGX gank there. That was the smoke, and Beast Coast turn it around, turn it on the head. And yeah, pretty good timing on the ultimate, and 3 heroes dead.
Yeah, JimPark is way too farmed right now for them to handle him. Nigma, they also got super unlucky. They smoke, and that's the target that they find. JimPark was even ulted, so even if you use the static storm there, you might just die regardless if you try to go for a kill. Just the most unfortunate target at the most unfortunate time, and these goals, they're just rolling and snowballing off of it. Nigma, they need a lot of time. You know, this dude was barely useful the entire game. I think actually, I didn't get to check his items, but I think he went Midas. That's the only reason I think he's yet to participate.
Yeah, they might be able to get another jump here onto Kuro. Kuro's going to be caught out there. The Impale comes through. They get the kill. Oh, even using the... Did they want to go for that one after the Spike Carapace? No, they don't make a move after the fight. It's just to dodge off the damage, it seems. And yeah, Beast Coast looking incredibly in control. And personally, I blame Twitch chat for setting up our expectations here. How are we to know when the 20k MMR gods in chat were like, yeah, Nigma have this one easy?
I mean, I think both drafts were fine. I was just a little bit scared of how well the Knicks was gonna perform, but you know they were able to make it through. And if the Knicks has a good game, then it is a fine Knicks game because you know, Auto 4 is just the bane of any intelligence core's existence. That Knicks, as I don't even think Knicks is necessary for the Mikey kill.
No, oh, Schofield takes a lot of damage again, but they are going to be able to get the kill onto Mikey and Kuro, going for more, and they take down DH now as well. They've got this push on. Yeah, and NGX just feel like they're crumbling a little bit in this first game.
They are. They really are. When you look at Mikey's items, oh, they find a Naga.
No way. Straight up sushi being made here. JimPark, he is just getting on top of it. Sacred, great arena in. And yeah, Yuma saying, guys, maybe they have a ward there.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't like to eat sushi that came from Sven. That's more like tartar. He's just mashing all that fish. Still pretty delicious as they find the MC Doom as well.
Yeah, and he actually, yeah, Hannah Midas, is he going to be, no TP in time there. JimPark just says, sit down. Cleans up the creep stars on the creep wave. They're even taking away the Radiant Ancient stack as well, just using the Golem from the Warlock.
Damn, Beastcoast. All right. We said we wanted to see Parker meshing with the team, looking good, and that is a fine debut for him in the tournament. Everyone looking good, right? Even if we're talking about Park, I think everyone on the side of Beastcoast is having an amazing performance. That Warlock is just a menace of its own.
Oh yes, I reckon there's going to be a little nerf bat in the Warlock's future leading up to TI.
Yeah, I sure hope so, or else it means we're gonna have this hero playing in our pubs for, I don't know, 3-4 months, right? Because the patch after TI always takes ages to be introduced. I mean, you know, GH, he wants that eggs, but I think he's gonna have to buy like a Glimmer Keep or something. Like, you can't try to rush the eggs like that. You need to be able to provide some comfort for the supports, because Kotl ended up going straight up BKB. Usually not going travels on Kotl feels so bad. It's just the nature of the game. He's forced into this BKB rush as Kotl, the last item he would like to buy on this hero.
Yeah, so some protection for GH, you know, like a Glimmer Cape, 4-staff, something like that. You're just trying, like you say, help his teammates out of danger, help himself out of danger mostly, because 1 and 6 here on the Disruptor. GH not really having a great time.
Not really. He, which is surprising. I really feel like they were doing kind of well at the beginning in the top lane, but the Midas on the Doom, that's the nature of the hero. Doom as a hero takes a lot to get online, and the Naga is the same thing. It actually reminds me a lot of that BETBOOM draft because they had Brew instead of Doom, but they're quite similar in the sense of, yeah, GH does dice, but they're quite similar in the sense that they have long cooldowns and kind of take a while to really feel impactful.
Look at the Pangolier. I mean, the Sven and the Pangolier here are going to be top of the net worth ahead of the Nagasiren. And Nagasiren, wouldn't you know it, one of the heroes known for flash farming or a flash farm ability, but all she's going to see here is her life flashing before her eyes, and she has to use the song, go for that TP out, just to get out with a sliver of health.
Oof. Yeah, that was really bad. He just came from the base, is forced back again to it, and I mean, they could Roche here if they're Beastcoast, but they're gonna get this tier 2 tower first. They can also steal the Tormentor right after. So overall, the positioning that Beastcoast is flawless. I think that's exactly what they should be doing.
Yeah, and you can see the Schofield not scared here. He might see Mikey again. Mikey, does he want to go for the damage? He's going to go for the right click there as well. Ooh, he does still connect with the Impale, the Mind Flayer as well. They get the kill onto Mikey, and Schofield gets the credit this time. But I think that's the Axe. It is the Axe coming out for the Pangolier.
Oh my lord. Yeah, you know, Kato mid gets unplayable if Nyx has this good of a game. It's just, you're way too squishy, even with the Vessel HP, even with the BKB HP. Like, are you gonna BKB every time Nyx just goes on you? It's just, it feels really bad.
Do you think they should have flexed the Keeper of the Light to support once they saw that Nyx Assassin, or would it just be even worse here for the Keeper in this game, and they did the quote-unquote right thing for putting it in the middle lane?
I think the problem is that they didn't really had a good lane partner for the Kato. Like, if instead of a Doom, they had a Shaker, something that could benefit from the Chakra magic, there was probably a better chance for them to flex it, but the Doom, in a way, kind of pincer them in this position of having to play the mid Kato. So, yeah, in a different scenario, I think it would be a good idea to do that, as we do see Schofield getting the Wisdom Room there, and they're probably going to get the other one as well with Stinger.
Yeah, no real threat here to Stinger. He just picks up, going to be able to get that 4-staff out of danger. He's got, like you say, he's got that pipe going. GH still going towards the Ag Scepter as well. So he needs to stay out of the limelight here, you know, stay out of the attention of the side of Beastcoast. But it seems like Beastcoast, they've just got a heat-seeking lock-on on the Disruptor at the minute.
Whew, 89% win probability. And yeah, that's what I was afraid with this Doom build. Like, you go Midas, Octarine. When are you ever gonna feel impactful? Like, that's the problem. Like, you have this Kato that is rushing a BKB to possibly fight, but your Doom is not ready or willing. So it feels like the timings that Nigma has to play this game, they're not aligned. They are not in sync, and it goes back to the way that they lost bottom a little bit. You know, this Nyx Assassin just having such a good game. Probably not something Nigma was expecting, as we will see JimPark just solo Roche here.
Yeah, just get himself right in. And you see he's already got that Harpoon. Blink Dagger, Chrysalis on the board as well. He's not too far away from the full Daedalus. About 1,800 gold, I think, for the Sven. Schofield going straight towards that Blink Dagger. Got that Yule setup for the setup here as well. So it's looking really good. Beastcoast, in terms of overall net worth, a 15k net worth lead here for the side of Beastcoast. And looking really hard for NGX to get themselves back into this. And we'll see just how they're going to try and play around this one. Sacred got his own Blink Dagger. Keeper of the Light, how's Mikey looking? It's not too bad, but yeah, like you say, Mind Control, he wants to go towards his Blink Dagger now. He's not really been able to get the initiation engage that he wants. As we look towards this one, Disruptor, he's got himself the Ogre Axe, but not much else in terms of net worth here. Right at the bottom of the table here for the Disruptor. And we'll see, I mean, Dark Mago, he's looking pretty good. You've got Stinger, he's already got himself the Medallion, the Pipe, the 4-staff. For a support, he's nearly equaling the net worth of the mid lane Mikey, Keeper of the Light. It's looking really good here for the Warlock on Beastcoast. So, let's see what they're going to be able to do. Mikey is trying to use that Illuminate to push the lane back out, but it might put him in danger if there's a jump through from the side of Beastcoast. They still have that Aegis for the next 4 minutes now as well. So they might just use this to put the pressure onto the tier 2 tower in this safe lane and just really force NGX to react to any of these rotations coming out from Beastcoast.
This is, like, at this stage, this game is almost impossible to win. Like, they're gonna need a 5-man song into Static Storm into Illuminate, like Aghanim Scepter Doom. Like if they can somehow get something like that going, I could see them taking a win. But even then, like there's Ages, there's so many cancels. Oh, I see.
He pops his BKB, might try and turn this one around, but Parker's going to be able to walk himself away with his own BKB, the Lotus Orb coming out here as well. Mind Control, that's going to be the BKB down, but didn't use the ult, so that is still available. The Doom on the Doom, so he can Doom if he needs to as this Doom.
Interesting that now that you can use items during Doom, having that Harpoon. Usually you don't see Harpoon being picked up that early on Sven, but I think it's quite nice because it allows him to either like Harpoon to a creep to get away or keep on fighting. There's a lot of interesting things that you can do against Doom that you couldn't in the past. They do see Yuma nearby.
Do they? It looks like Kuro is Yuma. No, they're gonna go for Kuro here now as well. Yuma's hanging around with the song. Okay, good TPs. It keeps both of them alive. They live to see another day. Or night, as it is in 2 seconds here.
Yuma did go for the heart, so the fact that they have so much damage output on the side of Beastcoast means he can't get that Orchid. This is such a similar game than the BETBOOM one we cast. Like, you have this Naga forced into items she doesn't want to build because of how the game just got out of control. Naga can't really feel like this good if you're forced into an item like Heart this early. You really need that Orchid as MC.
Oh,
I don't think he can die.
I mean, Schofield, he's got the party hat on. He's looking for, something to celebrate here as Dogma goes moving through. He's still got the Aegis now for the next 2 minutes or so, just under the next 2 minutes here for the Pango. And do you think, looking at the way the Doom's building, I mean, 2-3 months ago, this was the build for Doom, and the Naga Sirens as well. Do you think the current patch has shifted the level of play, like the time that you've got to actually get online, and shifted it down, so you can't really get the full advantage of like the Naga Sirens and these like long farming Dooms?
I think it's more about the combination of heroes they place together. I think that dude is fine in the right game, but in this game where you have a Naga and you lost pretty much every single lane, things you have to adapt a little bit. A Sacred, really big jump.
Oh, yeah, they blow up Mind Control, and he's not going to be able to get his ultimate off. He's dead for the next 50 seconds here, and this might just be a complete base break coming through from side of Beastcoast. They've taken down all 3 tier 2 towers, unless I'm seeing things on the map, which I'm not. But it does happen. But yeah, they're going to be able to go on. It looks like they want to go for a second Rax here as well. Yeah, they are looking like they don't want to stop here. And NGX just did not have that momentum to push them back. So we'll see just how well they're going to try and defend the space. It might just be 2 lanes of Rax to give up hell. It might be all 3. If you get the kill onto Yuma here, Yuma has to move himself away. Song comes up in 2 seconds. Did he want to try and use it? But even if they do use it, what can they get after the fact? Song comes out. What are they setting up for here, though?
I think they're buying time for the Doom, but it's just not enough. They have no damage.
Yep, Kuro, he's going to be forced back by the spear, deleted. And that is a lane and a half of Rax here for Beastcoast. They don't even need to stop here. They're going to be able to go for a full lane, a full second lane. They might just even go for Magus. And there's no way for... I don't think NGX have the momentum or have that damage to be able to push Beastcoast out of their own base.
Yeah, I don't think they do either. They're going to get a good Doom. But it can just be KD.
Yeah, let's see what's going to happen here. You got Mind Control trying to chase down, but the reflection from the Lotus, actually, it's going to be a Doom onto MC. So the chase down, do they have enough damage to get the kill onto Yuma? I think if Yuma goes down here, we might just be looking at the end of game number 1. Yuma going to be bounced around by this Rolling Thunder. They do get the kill. No buyback for the Naga Siren. Mikey in the trees. It looks like he just has to TP himself back to the fountain. It will be Megas. It is going to be game number 1 going the way of Beastcoast.
All right, so they start with a bang. A couple of unorthodox heroes, I think, the Mars and the Nick, especially together in the same lane, but they made it work. And this is something that South America does so well. Like, they have their own meta. They have a couple of heroes that sometimes only they play, and it can be their downfall, or it can be something amazing, like in this game at this time. I do feel like other teams could have abused that lane a little bit more than Nigma was able to. I think that is quite a risky lane that they actually ended up making, but when it works against a mid Kato, it's gonna look amazing. Parker was free to farm, and if you get a free Sven game against Naga, it looks that way. Like you can't. There's nothing that Yuma could have done. It's just a total awful matchup. So very early Naga and very early Kotl pick from Nigma end up backfiring a little bit.
Yeah, it just felt like the. Again, I don't want to put it all on Mikey, but the pick of the Keeper of the Light, it wasn't that early snowball hero that builds a lot of momentum, that was able to get around the map. And he got picked off a few times, like you say, that Nyx Assassin getting some quick levels, the quick 6, the Warlock being able to put lane pressure on as well. And it just seemed like, NGX were not able to build up any momentum. And that's the worst thing in the world, that because you do want to be fighting 4v5 or 4v4 coming through, if you're on the back foot and the Naga Siren doesn't want to join in, you are constantly going to be taken advantage of and forced into these fights that you just can't win.
So next time, I think Nigma should probably either be willing to flex the Kotl, or you need to at least keep some of your cores later on for the pick, because I don't feel like either Mikey or Yuma were set up in terms of carry matchups or in terms of lanes to really shine, and then it gets really hard to win any game like that. It doesn't really matter the opponent. I think it was a tough climb for Nigma, and Beastcoast, they just really utilized all of those timings. They didn't really do a lot of mistakes, just got Roche in the game. Pretty simple,
Yeah. And yeah, like you say, Beastcoast had that game plan and stuck to it. And again, going back to this particular fight, that the way that the prioritized targets is like, okay, we didn't land the spear on the Naga Siren, so we do take down the kill, get the kill onto the Disruptor first, and then go back for the Naga afterwards. It was great target priority coming out from Beastcoast. He just had some amazing jumps, amazing fights, and it seemed like they were always in that perfect group of 2 or 3 to take advantage of these jumps and find at least one kill at all times.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of spell casting, there were even some mistakes from Beastcoast, but carry-to-carry matchups and the matchups in general were too good, and it didn't matter in a lot of the fights. They were already very, very far ahead. The Doom this game, I felt it quite flat. It's not only about mind control, just the hero itself. I don't think it necessarily felt amazing to have it this game. I think they were trying to cover the Enchantress pick, and for that is good, but I don't think the hero really brought too much to the table.
Yeah, and we saw there as well that it was the Lotus Orb, so it was this technically the self-Doom coming out, that because he tried to get a couple of right-clicks in, he threw out the Infernal Blade and thought, I can get some right-clicks in while he's stunned, instead of Infernal Blade straight into the Doom. It just allowed time for that Lotus Orb to come out, and the Doom, MC ended up dooming himself in that last fight there as well.